Yeah, you're right, JT. There is no Jenner, Louisiana. It is Kenner, and it was too late for me to go back and screw with it. I was running around here like a chicken with my head cut off trying to get these videos put together. But anyway, I have a video I did on it back on the 30th, and we'll play that first. So, my apologies for a typo. That's what happens when I don't have a sidekick that's keeping me under wraps. Yeah, I would love for Mark to come over. I sent out a couple links. I'm guessing that Mark's probably having a pretty good time for Mark right now. Mark's Mark's at a good place in his life right at the moment, so I think he's enjoying himself. Um, but if anybody thinks they have influence, feel free to give him a shout. I would love for Mark. Of course, we all know what his input would be on this. Hi, Linda. Thanks for being here. Victoria, Ron. And then my apologies on the typo again. It is Kenner. And I knew that in my brain, but I was trying to get a thumbnail put together and just the J's right next to the K on the keyboard, and I just didn't double check myself. Hell, I didn't even look to see if I spelled Louisiana right, did I? Yeah, I got that part right. All right. I'm assuming everybody hears me. Let me adjust the microphone. It's showing that it's coming up pretty strong. Don't want to blast you guys out. All right. How's the volume on my mic? Give me a one if it's good. All right. Thank you, Victoria. All right. All right. I'm not going to waste any time here. I know it's a holiday and everybody probably had things going on. It just kind of ticked me off when I saw this. So what I thought I'd do first, I'm going to go ahead and give a few more people a little bit of time to get in here. I'm going to play the video that I made uh, after Reyes visited Kenner, not Jenner, but Kenner. And so I'm going to get that rolling, and while that's rolling, maybe a few more people will show up, and then we'll cover what Sean posted today and what the city of Kenner is up to. So let me get this all set up. Everybody have a good Fourth. I had a great day, man. I stayed out last night, went and saw some friends I hadn't seen in a couple of years, and the couple thunderstorms had come through right before dark and kind of cooled it down a little bit, and it was a beautiful night. And I knew they'd have some. I was hungry. I knew they'd have some good food left over. Ate some good barbecue. Okay. What are you looking at? Should be this one. Oh, I don't want the details. All right, hold on. Something's not right here. Let me do it this way. Try this one other way. Oh, there's Radical. Trying to get it off my own studio here, and it's not cooperating with me. Come on. Thought I had it all ready to go. There you go. So much for planning, right? It's not that difficult. All right, now I got it. I'll just have to flip through it. Screen. Get this as big as I can get it. Oh, that's loud.
What you are, a tyrant. You're a tyrant. You go home and kick your wife too? You know what? Ow! What are you doing? Ow!
Sorry, I have to play this intro. It's one of my favorites.
Let's go.
Oh, what an assault. Don't do it, bro.
Sir, leave the premises.
I'm going in.
No, you're not going in.
Don't touch me.
You're not going in, sir.
Let the record show that you just battered me
Step back.
and you're using. Oh! Oh!
You want to lose the job. Guys!
Wow.
Hey, what's up guys? Long Island Audit here, back again with another video. Today we're at the City Courthouse here in Kenner, Louisiana. We're here today, as always, to peacefully exercise our First Amendment right to film in public and publicly accessible areas, to promote transparency and accountability within our government, and to ensure that our public servants recognize our rights and treat us with respect. Let's get into it. All right, guys, so we're just getting inside the courtroom here. Hey, how are you? All right, so this is the hallway in the courthouse over here. We have some offices over here.
Turn it off. You can't bring that in the building.
Oh,
No.
hey.
Whoa, nothing.
No.
You can't bring that in the building. You got to go take it back out.
What do you mean?
Just what I said.
Why
You can't
can't I-
have any record. You're actually committing a felony right now
How am I committing a
because
felony?
you cannot film in a courtroom.
All right, welcome back to the channel, everyone. Got a video there.
Am I in a court? Are
Oh,
we in a
yes, you
courtroom?
are. Yeah,
We're
every
not-
part of this court. No,
We're
come
not
on,
in a
sir.
courtroom.
I'm not going to
We're
argue
not
with
in
you.
a courtroom.
Yes, you are. Any faster.
Get your
in
hands
court.
off
I'm not
of
going
me.
to tell you
Get
again.
your hands
I'm
off of
telling
me.
you. Out.
Get your
Out.
hands off of me.
Out. Yeah, you can't.
How
go
is this
out.
considered the
Nice.
courtroom?
No,
I'm going out.
I'm filming here. I'm not. Yeah, you
You
can't.
need to get your hands off of
No,
me.
I'm
I want to speak to your
I'm
supervisor.
escorting you out.
You get escorted
Out
out.
the room. Yeah.
Step out. You cannot bring anything in this courtroom.
Where's the law that says that?
I'll show you. Step out of the building.
I'm
Go
out of
get
the
form.
building. Can
Step
you-
out of the door.
I'm out of the building.
Let me go get the sheet for you.
Can I get the law?
Yeah.
I want to see
Absolutely.
the law. What's your name and badge number?
Well, let's see. We got it posted.
It specifically
But if you
says,
read this.
look, no,
You
you
can't.
look. Look over here. Look. In courtrooms.
Yeah.
It specifically
Well,
says in courtrooms. In
The whole
courtrooms.
area.
Do you understand what that means?
No. Do you
in
understand what I'm telling
courtrooms?
you?
No.
understand
Are you a
what I'm
law
telling
enforcement officer?
you?
Can I get your name and badge number?
You can look it up.
What does that mean?
232
Is that
card.
professional?
Yeah.
Is that you can look it up?
We're going to show you what I'm telling you about. Okay.
It says in courtrooms. Where do you get off just putting your hands on people
No,
like
I'm trying
that?
to escort you out because I don't want
There you
you
go.
to
You can
go.
have this guy.
There you go. There you go.
In courtrooms. In courtrooms. Why
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
I want to
yeah.
speak to I want to speak to a supervisor.
I am.
All right. I want
This explains the whole anything involving the court in this building. It's written in this law for you.
this is not a law.
No, Supreme Court rule.
Yeah, it's a Supreme Court rule.
But it's still not a law. It's a policy. It says here.
Right, Supreme Court
They
ruling.
control all courts. I'm trying to tell you when you're in there, you can't film.
in courtrooms.
Yes, and anything adjacent to
Anything
the court's
adjacent
going
to
on.
it.
Court is going on right now.
Where does it say adjacent to courtrooms? Show me in here specifically. You're the one that's enforcing this rule or policy, so I want to have it clear. What part of this am I
No, this is the
in
city of Cameron.
violation?
That ain't the Supreme Court. Right?
Photographs, courtroom, or any facility designated the courtroom or the circumstances.
Yeah,
It's not stated related.
I'm not in a courtroom,
This is it. You can have a copy of it.
but I'm not in a courtroom.
That's it.
I
We gotta go
passed
back
it.
to
You can
court.
go to the Supreme
Yep.
Court and look it up.
So what would I be arrested for then if I go in here and
Not listening,
exercise my
Come on.
rights? Not
They're not
listening.
taking that in here. I'm not going to tell you again.
But what?
It's
No
move
matter
your
what.
foot.
I'm trying to get in and access services. Wow. They handed me a paper that says nothing to do with that has nothing to do with filming inside of the courtroom.
There he stands. There's his reflection. There he stands, all brokenhearted. Came defrauded, but can't get started. Sean Paul. Oh, not going so well for you, buddy. Now he's gonna go file a complaint, I'm sure. I think I didn't really watch this. I kind of scanned through it. I think he has another confrontation with someone on his way to file his complaint. Let's look and see what happens.
It says right here, City of Kenner, Office of the Clerk of Court, in courtrooms. And this is just a policy by the Chief Magistrate.
Here you go.
What's this?
That's the state copy of it.
You assaulted me. You understand that, right?
I didn't insult you.
You didn't assault me?
No.
I would like to file,
Building, that's all.
Supervisor, I'd like to file a complaint against this man.
Vets.
500 vets.
Wow, really professional. Really professional. They're just making themselves look like complete and utter tyrants. The law doesn't apply to them, apparently. We, the people, we're going to hold them accountable, though. I promise you. We will do everything we can. Completely ridiculous. Who do you call when law enforcement is acting like complete thugs and violating your constitutional rights? That's the problem we have here, the accountability, ladies and gentlemen. I had my rights violated. They're denying me access to a building, a public building here, and I was assaulted in the process. I would like a unit to respond, please. Preferably a supervisor. All right, guys, so we're going to wait out front here of the Rivertown Exhibition Hall Mayor's Court here in Kenner, Louisiana. We originally tried to call the Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office, but they referred me to the Kenner Police Department. As you can see right here. Those tyrants inside are from the Kenner Police Department, so I'm not having much hope here. Something tells me they're not going to do anything.
Those tyrants, those public servant tyrants. The only tyrant is you, Sean Ball. You know, he talks about winning some kind of a judgment. But the best of my knowledge, he has never won anything. I'm going to be so happy once this year. I think it'll happen. And by the time this year is complete, law enforcement, city halls, county courthouses, clerks, all that are all going to be familiar with the fact that it's a limited public forum. They can ask them to leave. They can trespass them. And then they can be arrested on that trespass if they refuse or come back. Law enforcement just needs to quit catering to these yahoos and not wanting to place them under arrest and biting on the whole Constitution. You took an oath to the Constitution. Like, you took an oath to uphold the laws, and the 10th Amendment gives you the power. So they need to start utilizing that. All right, I want to see what gets him ticked off here and where he goes from here. Big baby, just a big big baby Huey.
Because as we've seen time and time again, ladies and gentlemen, is that law enforcement is sadly above the law. No one in this country or anywhere should be above the law. How you doing, officer? I'm the one that called you guys. So can I talk to you? Okay, great. Yeah, they've blocked access from the public entering in to a public building. You see that? Look, I called law enforcement because I was assaulted and my rights were violated. And he immediately goes to speak with his brothers inside, other law enforcement officers, instead of speaking to me, the person who called. That's the mentality. That is the mentality. I love exposing tyrants. I love it. How you doing today, sir?
Good, man. Let's go.
This goes to show you nobody cares, Sean.
So is anybody going to speak to me, the person who called? No?
Linda from
Wow,
the
what a bunch of
Netherlands.
Clowns.
Welcome.
No,
Thanks
Sean,
for
you're the
staying
clown.
awake. Because how do you know that they didn't call before you called? And I would just about bank on it that they called immediately once they realized that you were going to stand around out front. And I don't recall you calling while you're on camera. What'd you do? Turn your camera off? Did you edit that out? What happened to that coverage? You know, you say you guys film everything, but you obviously have cuts in your video. You see them all the time. Sometimes you have tons of them. So where's that at, Sean, Paul? Long Island audits. What a monkey. All right. Yeah. This is going to be interesting to see what the law enforcement does here.
Unprofessional. Unprofessional. Both of them just completely sidestepped me, wanted nothing to do with talking to me. Hey, how are you doing? Can I get your name and badge number, please, sir?
Brent Donovan. What you got? You got a complaint? What's the deal?
Yeah, can I get your name and badge number, please?
Mike David.
Yeah, so I called you guys down here.
Okay.
I see that you spoke to them first, which isn't shocking to me at all. But
Do you need something on that?
yeah, I do. I was actually, yeah. What, you have something else to do more important than doing your job? I don't
Do you have
understand.
anything?
Yeah, I do.
Make it
Yeah,
quick.
so
Dale, it's Kenner. That was a typo on my part. The J's next to the K on the keyboard. I didn't double check myself. It's Kenner, Louisiana.
sir, you're doing your job right now. There's no need to escalate the situation. Just,
Okay. Are you ready?
yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Yeah. They said they already spoke with you. They didn't want you in there for whatever reason. They gave you some statutes.
You can't just- Yeah, they didn't give me any statutes. They didn't give me any.
You're more than welcome to go to the lockup and speak to it. You can make a complaint on somebody.
They did. Listen,
All right, we're gonna
they
head out.
didn't.
Appreciate it. You have a good day.
This is you taking a complaint. This is you taking a complaint. So this is you. This is you taking a complaint from a concerned citizen. I'm not even nowhere near you.
Like I said, just don't put it so close.
Hey, don't touch me. Don't touch
Listen to
me.
Don't
Don't.
touch me.
No, you don't touch
Don't touch
me. Don't
Don't
touch
get
me.
in my personal space. You
Don't
understand that?
touch me.
You understand that?
You're looking for a reason to violate my rights, and I'm going to hold you accountable.
You have a great day, okay?
What's up with you? What's up with law enforcement over here in Kenner? Huh? You like putting your hands on people?
Okay, we're even. He screwed up once. I screwed up once.
You like going hands on, right? That's what the officers inside did. I was assaulted. You're not going to do anything about it, right? No, because, yeah, exactly. No. Why? Because you just assaulted me too. It's common practice here in Kenner, right?
Right.
Think you could just put your hands on anybody? If you didn't have that uniform on, you wouldn't have put your hands on me, and you know it. But because you got that badge and that gun on, you want to be tough to the person that you're supposed to serve.
You have a great day, okay?
Yeah, Dale, this video's about 30 days old, and the city of Kenner did receive the limited public forum doctrine and all that. But the next video we're going to show is the city council meeting concerning all this, and it'll be self-explanatory from there.
Yeah. You have the day you deserve, tyrant. Completely ridiculous. Completely ridiculous. Wouldn't even take a complaint. Completely ridiculous.
I'm sorry, I can't help it. Got to cut in here. This is hilarious. He just shutting him down. You know, they're just not going to listen to his nonsense. Thank you, Linda. They've been, you know, they informed him he's been told they don't want him in there. He's going to make his way probably to the Kenner Police Department to file his complaint. It's just, what a big baby. He touched me, assaulted. I'm assaulted.
Hi, Chris.
Ted, how can you not love this? How can you not love this? Of all people, the one that crowns himself the master auditor. Yeah. Clout chaser, grifter, just all sorts of adjectives. Auditor, you're not. You're not. You're a YouTube, just like me. You're just out here making videos. You find content to make videos on. Fortunately, you go out and perform stupid activities that gives us content to make videos about you, so you expose yourself. It's just hilarious. It's just beyond me that this stuff is still going on, and it's picking up. We're getting more and more of these frauditors coming out of the woodwork, man. You know, like cockroaches. They're popping up everywhere. They've discovered all they have to do is have an iPhone or something, and man, they can get after it. And some of the new ones are just really, really bad. Really bad. Do a horrible job. And they're gonna end up with a record because they want to go act stupid like Sean Paul.
Kenner Police, car 235. Wow. So we're going to be filing complaints on these two officers as well as the officers inside. All right, guys, we have just arrived at the Kenner Police Complex here in Kenner, Louisiana. Let's go inside and file our formal complaints against the officers involved in violating our constitutional rights. Hello.
Yes, hi.
Hi, I would like to speak to a supervisor regarding a complaint.
Okay, what type of complaint?
A complaint against officers.
Okay, go ahead and have a seat. What's your name?
My first name is Sean, S-E-A-N.
All right, go ahead and have a seat.
All right, thank you. Hi, ma'am, how are you?
Hi, how you doing?
Good.
I'm Detective Gallagher.
Detective Gallagher?
Affairs. You want to come over here?
Sure, it's fine. So, Detective, I'm just here today. I wanted to file a complaint against a few of your officers.
Okay.
I'm an independent journalist. I travel around the country and promote transparency and accountability within government. I was exercising my First Amendment right at the mayor's court in Kenner,
Okay.
and I was physically removed from the building. No de-escalation techniques were used at all. Just immediately went hands-on with me and physically removed me from the building and then locked me out of the building so I couldn't access that public building. They were saying that there was some sort of policy against recording in the courtrooms.
Okay.
They handed me some policies that did state you cannot record in courtrooms. Signed policies, not laws, but signed by judges, so probably judges' orders. But I was never in a courtroom, and I was in the publicly accessible areas. Then they came out and handed me again another Louisiana State Supreme Court ruling, that's a policy against judicial conduct that stated that you cannot record adjacent to an active courtroom. So I wasn't anywhere near a courtroom. I was in the courthouse. Yes, I would agree with that. I was in the publicly accessible lobby areas. I was going to actually speak to the clerk to pull some files. Again, it's about transparency and accountability in government. And
like I said, they didn't want to hear any of it. I tried to explain to them what I was there, my purpose there. They didn't want to hear it. They grabbed me and immediately pushed me out of the building. I then called for, because I wasn't aware at that time that they were Kenner police officers. I was aware that they were police officers, but I tried to call the Jefferson County Parish, the sheriff, Jefferson Parish sheriffs, and they directed me to Kenner. 2 officers came out, so I called and I said, hey, listen, my rights are being violated. I was assaulted. You know, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Under the statute in Louisiana, I was assaulted. So 2 officers came out. They didn't. I tried to greet them cordially when they arrived on the scene. They didn't want anything to do with me. They just, even though I called for them to respond.
Was that the Jefferson Parish or the Kenner?
This was the Kenner.
Okay.
So they responded. They didn't even acknowledge me. They just went inside, spoke to their partners, I guess. They spoke to their coworkers and came out and said, what do you want? Like, what are you doing here? And I was like, well, I was just exercising my rights. Like, well, they told you can't go in there. You can't go in there. Public building or not, there's nothing I could do for you. So they wouldn't even listen to my complaint, didn't even take anything seriously, completely brushed me off. As I'm following them to their car, because I'm asking them questions, why are you leaving? What are you doing? Why are you doing this? The one officer, he grabbed my hand, he pushed my arm, saying to get out of his face. And I was probably the distance that we are now, a reasonable distance. But again, so my complaints are excessive force, violation of my rights. There was no need for that. It completely escalated both encounters. The encounter where law enforcement arrived and then the original encounter were completely overblown and I believe in excessive use of force for sure.
Okay, well, we'll definitely look into it. Did she give you?
Yes, she gave me a complaint form. I'm not done filling it out just yet.
Well, go ahead and fill this out for
Yeah.
me. Did you get any names or anything?
I have one officer didn't want to provide. He said I could look it up, but then he told me his badge number because every law enforcement officer I come in contact with, I usually ask them their name and badge number. You told me immediately, professional. But one of them said look it up, and then he ended up giving me up a number. So I'll put his number. I don't know his
So
name.
when did this happen?
Just now, probably about an hour ago.
Okay, and you were at the Kenner Courthouse?
Yeah.
Dan Williams?
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and fill
Sure.
all this out for me.
Yeah.
Once it's completed, what is your name again?
My name's Sean
Sean, what's your last name, dear?
Reyes, Reyes.
Is it Sean?
Yes, ma'am.
And spell your last name again?
Reyes.
All right. And you reside right here in Kenner?
No, ma'am. I'm a New York resident.
New York resident?
I'm here
All right.
traveling on business.
That's cool. All right, go ahead and fill all that
Sure.
out for me. All your current information, okay?
Okay.
Give me all your current information and I will definitely look into this.
All right. Thank you, Detective.
All right,
All
you're
right. I
welcome.
appreciate it. So I can just hand it back to her when I'm finished?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you,
And she'll
Detective.
let me know when you're done with it.
Okay. Thank you, Detective. I
All
appreciate
right.
your time.
Thank
Thank you so
Sean.
much.
Sorry that happened to you.
Okay. Here we go, people. This is Sarah Rubin in her first article on May the 11th in reference to her experience with Anthony X. He's conducting these audits in the service of the public, testing government agencies' compliance with First Amendment. He also calls himself a journalist, but eschews journalistic ethics. Yes, right. Exactly. Not every hallway or office in a public building is open to the public. Public service does not require chatting with people holding a camera in your face for any purpose other than because they can. By the way, in the original video, it was in print on the screen, but I had to remove it or YouTube was they were gonna copyright me. Even though there was nothing negative being said about the Monterey Press and Sarah Rubin, which that is available on their website with that whole Anthony X ordeal. I had to pull it down off of YouTube. That's why the screen's black. Frauditor seems to be trying to provoke, and it's for that reason that he doesn't announce himself, nor does he share his full name, or identity. He wears a face covering while doing videos. Okay, now get this. It says, but these antics don't have the effect of getting agencies to throw open their doors. If anything, they do the opposite, prompting tighter security. 2 months after his visit to Marina City Hall, City Council approved $48,000 for design upgrades. It was very intimidating, threatening invasion of our City Hall, Mayor Bruce Delgado said, before voting to approve the expenditure. See, so, and those of you that watch my videos know I say this all the time. They're milking the First Amendment and milking it, and all they're doing is creating more layers of security for us when we go to DMV or wherever we go. Now, I don't mind. I'll show my ID. I'll do what needs to be done to go take care of the business I need to take care of, but it's unnecessary, a lot of the layers that are being added. But they're being added because of these yahoos. And I do. I mean, anybody that watches my videos know I say it probably almost in every video, and I've been saying it forever. You know, they serve no purpose but to make life a little bit more difficult for the masses. Because less than 1% of the population even know what a First Amendment auditor is, and less than that know what a frauditor is. So the average Joe just doesn't know anything about this. Sorry. I've been saying that. I say it all the time. Said it yesterday. Said it. Told to leave. All right. That's it for this. Give me a minute to get the other one pulled up and done. And except. Okay. Excuse me. I still got a little bit of a cold going. If I sniffle, I'm sorry. I'll try to mute the mic. Okay. Let me get out of here. What a jackleg he is, though. He thinks he's so important. And like Mark Stout says all the time, what has he ever done? He's not done anything. He tried to twist that Berwyn, Illinois case up there. My understanding is that the charges were reduced and or dropped, or some of them were dropped, if he would do a public apology to the police department and so on and so forth, and take some type of a citizen's response deal, which meant he went and did a ride along. And he tried to make that ride along, he tried to twist that to his followers that he was trying to bridge the gap. But that's what he had to do to keep from getting in trouble. He put such a twist on everything. And as far as I know, he's not won anything. And this is going to be interesting. If you guys haven't seen this video, it was just released a few hours ago. That's why I was in a hurry to get this up and get going on it, to respond to what his response to the city council meeting. Anyway, let me get back to work here and find it. I had it already at one time, but then I screwed it up. Where's my history at? Okay. There we go. Click the wrong thing. Okay, this is the video released today.
Any faster.
Get your
in
hands
court.
off
I'm not
of
going
me.
to tell you
Get
again.
your hands
I'm
off of
telling
me.
you. Out.
Get your
Out.
hands off of me.
It specifically says in courtrooms. In courtrooms.
area.
Do you understand what that means?
No, do you
In
understand what I'm telling
courtrooms?
you?
Like I said, just don't put it so close.
Hey,
to
don't touch me. Don't touch
Listen to
me.
Don't
Don't.
touch me.
No, you don't touch me. Don't
Don't
touch
get
me.
in my personal space. You
Don't
understand that?
touch me.
You understand that?
You're looking for a reason to violate my rights, and I'm going to hold you accountable. Think
No,
you could
they're
just put your
looking for
hands
a
on
reason
anybody?
to
If you
make
didn't have
the
that
gator
uniform
bait.
on, you wouldn't have put your hands on me, and you know it.
An ordinance prohibiting cell phones, cameras, or other devices capable of recording audio or video in the mayor's court building.
They got an individual that came into our city and called the Long Island Audit. This guy was sent down here to disrupt and to discredit our police department.
You're very perceptive. This guy, the instigator.
This is disgraceful. And if I can tell you something, if I ever see anybody like that around here, or they ever cross my path, I'll guarantee you I'm gonna unload on them.
Hey, what's up, guys? Long Island Audit here. Back again with another video. Today, we are going to be watching a city council meeting from Kenner, Louisiana, where they discuss our previous First Amendment audit of the mayor's court, which they failed miserably. If you haven't seen the original video, I will link it in the description below the like button. Stay tuned to the end of the video for my thoughts. Without further ado, let's get into it.
Item 12B is summary ordinance number 13,297. An ordinance prohibiting cell phones, cameras, or other devices capable of recording audio or video in the mayor's court building.
We have a motion by Councilmember McKinney, second by Councilmember Wilmot. Any comments? Mr. Brown, you have 3 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. President. I've got a couple of concerns about this ordinance, and I want to apologize to the new city attorney for not having contacted her in advance about this. But I have two concerns with it. First, it's pretty broad. It prohibits cameras, cell phones, et cetera, in the city court building. I don't even know where that building is now, but I think it should contain a provision that says, except as may be permitted by the magistrate or the clerk of court, because it's an outright prohibition. The way it's written, even the magistrate or the clerk of court cannot give permission for a camera. And I would suggest that a provision be added that just simply says, except as may be authorized by the magistrate or the clerk of court. And one other concern is that the actual ordinance says that section 1, that cell phones, cameras, or any other devices capable of recording audio or video are prohibited in the mayor's court building. I would think that the purpose is also to prohibit photographs, but the way this ordinance is written, only video is prohibited. You can take all the still photographs you want to. I think that maybe that provision should be added. So I suggest that this either be amended today or that it be deferred for one meeting just to clean it up. I have no objection, no problem with the purpose. It's just with the details of it as drafted.
Al Morella, 4260 East Loyola Drive, 5th District, 51 years. I want to direct this to Mike Power. Doesn't the law say right now that in a court, I don't know if the magistrate court is a little different, that the judge can either prohibit recordings or allow it? Am I correct on that, Mr. Power?
As a general rule, yes, a judge can change that. I would point out, though, that this ordinance basically copies an ordinance that's been in effect at First Parish Court for a long, long time. You are not allowed to bring any device into the building, much less the courtroom.
Okay, but this is not in conflict with the way the law reads, that the judge has the sole discretion presiding over the court to allow it or disallow it?
I would assume that the judge would have that authority, yes.
So this sort of, to me, it looks like it could be a conflict, some kind of conflict.
No, sir, I don't believe it's a conflict. It's a general rule for the building when the court is in session.
I understand that too, but the judge still has the sole discretion. Now, one other thing, I want to direct this to you, Chief. I don't know if anybody has seen this or not. It's all over social media. They got an individual that came into our city and called the Long Island Audit. Some of our officers, I'm not going to mention their names, is on video telling him to get out of the building. There could be litigation coming behind all of this. It looks like a setup to me. It looks like this guy was sent from somewhere up north or wherever. And well, Long Island, that's New York. And they got enough problems of their own over there. I mean, they're out of control over there. So very well country, New York City. And I think this guy was sent down here to disrupt and to discredit our police department. And you want to elaborate on that, Chief?
Yeah, again, you're very perceptive. This guy's what they call a internet or social media influencer. He's got so many visitors, followers, and he gets paid by sponsorships. I think the officers handled the situation accordingly. We are reviewing it because we did receive a complaint, so I can't really discuss much about it. But you know, I know there are also blogs and social media pages about this guy, the instigator, that aren't too flattering. So, you know, I'm concerned with social media and the direction it's taken with misinformation and false allegations and things of that nature. And unfortunately, that's just the nature of the beast today. But I appreciate your support of the police department. You know, my problem with these videos is they're edited, manipulated, and then thrown up online to cast the light that the individual wants to put on the agency. And it's not just us, it's across the country.
Mm-hmm.
This has become a career for some of these people. But I appreciate your support.
And I got some time left, Councilman Brannigan.
Yeah, you got about 30 seconds.
Oh, that's plenty of time. I also want to say this, okay? The way the Department of Justice in our country has been weaponized, the collaboration between the corruption in that department and the media, social media, ruination of this country as far as I'm concerned.
Akash, it's the South, man. That's the way the South operates. The South operates that way. They don't get in a hurry about too much of anything. They're very analytical, and a lot of people think because of their dialect that they're ignorant, and far from it. The state of Louisiana does have a history of corruption that's pretty much been cleaned up over the last few decades. There literally is a state or part of a U.S., it was federally funded, a U.S. highway that runs north and south through the state that sits to this day with equipment rotting on it because the funds were squandered away. And that goes into a whole other political deal. There was a family of politics in the 60s, 50s and 60s that pretty almost bankrupted the state because they were crooked. But yeah, it's in this, especially Louisiana, you just don't mess with these people. You just don't screw with them. You've probably seen a couple people make comments about gator bait and stuff. Well, anybody that watches true crime or any of those channels where there's been murders, they did a whole series, and Linda probably knows about this and probably recalls the name of it. They did a whole series, I don't know, maybe 8 or 12 episodes about women that were disappearing in Louisiana. And yeah, you just don't mess with these people down there.
Okay, this is disgraceful. And if I can tell you something, if I ever see anybody like that around here, or they ever cross my path, I'll guarantee you I'm gonna unload on them. Not physically, intellectually. Anybody got any comments, any questions?
Thank you, Mr.
Thank
Morrell.
you.
Mayor Glazer?
Yes, when they came to me and asked for this, we got with the magistrates in mayor's court, the clerk of court, and I said, well, it sounds like the same thing First Parish Court has, it's the entire building. So said they modeled it pretty much word for word with what's at First Parish Court now. Mr. Richard Brown, I think section 1, it says that cell phones, cameras, I think cameras is going to have still or video. I think just the word cameras is going to work. So I don't think that needs to be amended at all. And currently, it's the Louisiana Supreme Court that has the prohibition of cameras in courtrooms. So this just kind of puts an ordinance on top of their prohibition of cameras in courtrooms. I think that's it.
I personally love Louisiana. I've been to New Orleans 15 times. It's my favorite city to go to. I love the food. I love the people. I just love everything about Louisiana and the people. It's the people that make it. And you can't ask for better hospitality than what you get in Louisiana, especially New Orleans. And I like the smaller, you don't even have to go. New Orleans, I never go when there's like Mardi Gras or anything like that. It's just too crazy. I have been to Jazz Festival a few times, and it's a pretty good time. But Lafayette has a annual shrimp and crab boil thing. It is just a blast. I mean, it's all about food. And I remember who I was talking to here just recently. The last time I was down there, I stopped in Baton Rouge and spent the night in a historic plantation and slept in like one of the old bunkhouses. And it just had such a neat feel about it. And, you know, quiet at night, and you hear the tree frogs and stuff, and you think you hear ghosts and all sorts. It's kind of creepy in a sense, but it's really, really interesting. Anyway, sorry. Forget all that. Back to this.
Okay, any other comments? Council members in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay.
Seeing none, motion passes 7-0.
All right, guys. So as you all can imagine, I have many thoughts on what we just witnessed. First and foremost, shame on all the city officials in Kenner, Louisiana for unanimously passing an unconstitutional and anti-government transparency ordinance. Secondly, I would like to address Mr. Al Morella, a resident of Kenner. I was sent to the city of Kenner, Mr. Morella, by we the people to audit our public servants, who, by the way, failed miserably. I find it very ironic how you speak about corruption in our government, yet you take the side of the corrupt law enforcement agency and government officials in Kenner. Mr. Morella, you are exactly what's wrong with this country. Blindly supporting the Kenner Police Department like a sheep, instead of supporting freedom, accountability, and transparency. As far as you unloading on me intellectually, I would be happy to debate you anytime and anywhere you wish. Lastly, Chief Conley, you can try and spin your officers' despicable behavior all you want, but hundreds of thousands of people have seen with their own eyes the tyrannical actions of your officers. You are the embodiment of the saying, the fish rots from the head down. You need to do better. We the people are watching. I'll be seeing you all soon.
Yeah.
Let me know what you think about this one in the comment section below. As always,
Yeah, forget you, dude. All right, so that's what got me riled up today when he posted that. That's why I wanted to get this out. He's such a grifter. He's just. Did anybody really think that? I mean, he's never done anything. I mean, what he spent a whole bunch of money on the trial, the stupid ass trial up there. I'm losing my train of thought now. just basically to be fined 60 or 90 bucks or whatever it was. And the judge used limited public forum, basically. I mean, that's what I don't understand is why that it's not used. There must be a reason why city attorneys are not using limited public forum. I'm not sure why. I'm sure that, you know, as deep as Mark gets into it, I'm sure that, yeah, Danbury will probably have to address that because I've been mailing that out, hard mail and email both, for 9 months. But well, no, this is June, a year or a year, and along with a privacy, a YouTube terms of service privacy rights strike letter that we put together. But yeah, it surprises me that it's not that they don't use that doctrine more than I mean, I just don't hear it used that often. And it was brought up in Danbury. I mean, pretty much that's basically what he was held on was, or convicted on. Let's see, catch up on the chats here. Yes, these people are sick of them. Yeah, you're talking about the New York frauditors. Brooklyn posted a video today. I guess he got arrested today. There's no detail about it because it's at the very end of a video where he basically was shouting at some officers. They told him to get out and he wouldn't move. And they were at some kind of a 4th of July festival or something, and it started pouring down rain and people were getting undercover and stuff. But I didn't have time to really look at it. I did fast forward through it and nothing happened till the very end, and there was no details on it. But bringing up the New York, I want to bring up the California deal. Anybody that's been paying attention, was it Pedro Libre or Pito Libre, or was it? Oh no, it was. I can't remember which one of them it was. One of them got arrested. Was it Southern or South Central? Either South Central or Pito Libre. One of them got arrested, and then AGV, got a bunch of them together, or they all got together and they went to. And I played a little deal on it the last live stream, and they where's my damn notes at? And they had gathered up at the Huntington Police Department. Yeah, it was there was Riverside, AGV, Edgar the Cop, Pito Libre, and South Central. And they brought their families and they brought their kids. But what was despicable was they brought their kids in there, and the kids are standing at the gate yelling at the cops and cussing. And they were treating it like it was a picnic or something, the way they were hanging around. They hung around there all day into the night. It was stupid, absolutely stupid what these people are doing. And then I don't know, did anybody see the I have to go over there real quick and look. Let me get my bearings straight here on all these browsers I got open. I think there is a video. See if I can find something here real quick. One of these days I'll get somebody to be up here and help me with all this stuff so I can have this crap ready. Okay, content. Let's see. Okay. It's 8:15. Is anybody going to fireworks shows tonight, or were most of them last night? I know around here they did them, the big ones last night, and then everybody's got to go back to work tomorrow. All right. Nikki, Linda, Randy, you guys, you want me to run this California video? Everybody's seen it. Don't care. I can't remember. I think we ran it the other night. I lose track of the days. That's what I get for staying up all night. Where you at, Peter? Where's our burn ban at? All right, let me get this up here. Yeah, North Texas. So you haven't been getting any of this rain that's been coming through, huh? Because I'm in Oklahoma, and it's been almost, well, we had storms yesterday, and I know that El Nino's running way north. It's like brought the heat up big time up in the upper Midwest. And I hadn't really paid much attention to your weather there. We're not too far apart, though. I'll be damned. Yeah, it sucks too, boy, when you go through those droughts, especially in Texas. It gets so dry there. Now, hopefully some of these storms will come down your direction. Get some moisture. All right, let me see here if I can find this. Why can't I find it? There we go. This is, and my guess is that some of you saw this. So you don't have to play the intro because it's the same intro. All right, there we go. I got it set up.
Checking out the checkpoint right here on
This is Edgar. He's an idiot.
7th Street, Long Beach.
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. What I got going today is a little compilation of the cop watch. Hardly. It's not of this moron.
So if you want to record us, go ahead. Just give us some space.
I'm good right here, so.
Okay, thank you, sir.
All right. It's like illegal to get close? No, right? It's not illegal to get close.
on the sidewalk for me, please.
See, guys, they blocking the whole street and they want me on the sidewalk.
Okay, get on the sidewalk for me, please, sir. Because this is active crime scene. So I'm asking you nicely to get back on there, and then I'm going to
What's your
actually
name?
force you. Officer Kuti, CLUTY. Get back onto the sidewalk because you're in an active crime scene. Get back on the sidewalk.
Where's
now.
the, where is the
I'm not
tape?
gonna ask you
Where
again.
is the tape?
Go
Where is
out,
the
I'm gonna
tape?
put it up right now. You're
Where's
in
the
active crime
tape?
scene. I'm telling you, get back on
Where
the
is the
sidewalk.
tape?
Get on the sidewalk for me, man.
Where's the tape?
It's gonna come right now. Just stay over there. Do not come back over here.
Tape up, okay, so it can be marked there for you.
Yeah, put tape, and that's it.
We're gonna go ahead and walk down here with me.
All right.
Come on. Let's go.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
We're gonna put up tape. I'm telling you to go this way.
See you guys.
And an active investigation, sir.
That's fine. I got my camera on too.
Yeah, but this one never disappear. Yours, yes.
This or this.
See, if you do your job right, nothing of this one is gonna happen.
Go, get on.
Fucking bootlicker. Kick me to it once.
Well, there you go, right there. That proves the Constitution's working plenty well. That this kind of a jackwagon is representing us, so he says, protecting our constitutional rights. This guy, who English is his secondary language, which really doesn't matter much, but he can't put a sentence together properly, can't enunciate or pronounce words properly, and he's protecting our constitutional rights. Look in the mirror, pal. It shows you right there that the Constitution is just fine. Freedom of speech, just fine. Freedom to assemble, just fine. Freedom of the press, just fine. You're just an agitator, an irritator. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. You picked up on this little stick that cop watching's kind of evolved out of, and this isn't cop watching. This is just total harassment. It's just being a moron. That's it. And documenting it. This is it. This is the guy that's protecting our rights. Oh, what a dumbass. And not only that, they don't have to put up tape. Once you're given a directive, you're given the directive. They'll put tape up just to pacify you. That's what it is. Your pacifier. Caution tape. The frauditor's pacifier. Oh my goodness. All right. So, there's Edgar. Edgar's out there protecting us. And we got one more clip of Edgar, then we're going to move on to maybe two more clips of Edgar. Then we're going to move on to a group of them. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, he's a bitch. Read the comments. Fucking pig. Yeah, I know.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
No.
Wait a minute.
Now you're back. Go through that line right now. You're gonna get arrested.
Bingo.
Hey guys, I'm on 20 on Pine. I'm on 20 on Pine. Why you act like that?
Because you're being detained right now. You tried to go through that line. You're gonna be detained.
Linda's calling out the bushwhackers. Okay.
In your mouth. In your mouth. So?
This is the middle of our command post. If you want to film us, you can go right across.
Yeah, this is the sidewalk. This is the
our
sidewalk.
command post.
This is the sidewalk.
This is our command
If
post.
if you want the sidewalk closed, put a tape.
It is closed.
No, it's not closed. I don't see any tape around. I see tape around.
Unless you may go ahead and go right over there.
And go right here.
You may go right over there. You're not standing right next to our vehicles. We have minors here.
This is not your vehicle. This
We
is my
have
vehicle.
minors here.
I don't care. They're in public.
There are minors here, and you can go stand over there. You're not going to stand.
I think he's confusing writing a check to the government every quarter or getting a check from the government every month. What do you think?
Next to. Do you understand that there are minor children here and they don't know who you are? So if you're going to stand here, I'm going to have to search you and make sure you have no weapons because I don't know who you are. Do you understand?
Go ahead.
Do
Do
you-
it. Do it and violate my rights. Go
It's
ahead.
not a
Go
violation
ahead.
of your
Go
rights.
ahead.
You're
Go
standing
ahead.
here with
Do
your
it.
hands
Do
in
it
your
and violate my
pockets.
rights. It's not illegal to have my hands on my pockets, all right?
We don't know who you are, and there's minor
You
children
scared?
here.
You scared when there's like a 20 cops
I'm
around
not
me?
scared, but I don't know who you are and what
You're
you're
scared?
doing here.
You scared? You're not gonna intimidate me.
I'm not trying to intimidate
You're not gonna
you.
intimidate me.
Fantastic. I'm
Okay.
not trying to intimidate
Okay, so
you.
why you so close to me?
Because it's a public sidewalk and I can be wherever I want to be.
Okay,
like you
so
said.
it's the same thing for me, right?
Okay, perfect. Then I'll stand right here next to
Okay.
you the whole time.
It's out in
What's your name?
California, Steve.
Officer Fanolio,
And your last number?
6033.
Okay.
So if you want to come here
See?
in front of minor
See?
children
Okay.
and
See?
you want to stand next to our vehicle
And I believe this particular location is Long Beach, to be specific.
in
Go
our
ahead.
command post
Go ahead.
next to minor
Continue.
children, then I'm
Continue.
going to stand here
Continue.
right next to you
All
to
right.
make sure that you don't
Go
cause
ahead.
them any harm. Okay?
All right, go ahead.
Fantastic. We can stand here all
I
night.
can't believe you.
You can
You
film me
accept this
while I film
behavior.
you, and we'll all film each other, and we'll be
I
here.
can't believe you can. I can't believe you can permit this behavior.
Wait, what behavior? What's he doing to you? Standing next to you.
Right?
We came into our command post. We have minor children here,
Standing
and
right
so
next to him.
we don't know who you are.
What you prefer? You prefer?
Kevin, are you referring to Louisiana? Interstate 49? From what I said earlier, I'm assuming that's what you're referring to.
Professional and the people around Long Beach see what you're doing good things, or you like to act like that?
Act like what?
You see how
You walked up here in the middle of our
this is
command
public
post.
state.
This is
No?
in the middle of our
Okay?
command
You're
post.
not gonna intimidate me.
I'm not trying to intimidate you. I don't know why you keep telling me that.
Because it's in the handbook.
This is not a crime scene. I'm gonna walk right there.
Where are you gonna go? That way?
Right there.
Okay, let's go. Let's go.
See?
Let's go.
What's your name?
Solar's on. It's right here on my jacket.
And your badge number?
5565. Come on, let's go.
Okay, you're gonna receive complaints. What's your name?
You already asked me. I'm
Again?
not going to repeat it. You
Again?
asked me once. It's on your
Okay,
film. You
don't
can
touch
review
me.
it.
Don't touch me.
I'm not touching you. Let's go. Keep going.
Don't
If we're
touch me.
putting up the tape like you
Okay?
requested, you can cross
Okay.
the street.
See?
Thank you. We want more tape over here?
Go ahead. Do
So
it.
we're gonna
Do it.
put the tape so you can cross
Do
the
it.
street. You can stay across
That's
the
why
street.
I'm here, because you fucking tyrants.
Yeah, what a jackwagon, right? I mean, he's just pulling stuff out of the Frauditor's handbook. He's confusing himself. He can't even remember who he asked names of. He's just randomly throwing shit out there to see if it sticks. And who's the tyrant? Oh my goodness. The West Coast has really gotten insane too. It's crazy. So, all right. It's just about wrapped up for Edgar here. Getting their own kicks.
No, the way you acting.
But not the way you acting. Oh my Lord! Just reaching out and grabbing out of the. All right, let's move forward.
For what? For what? For what? For what? I need you to put. What am I under arrest for? Here. Here, get.
That's evidence.
He said.
No, it's evidence. Get your hands out.
I'm broken. I'm broken. Let it go.
You can't
Let it go. You're gonna go to jail
What are you
too.
doing? For what? What am I doing?
Obstruction of justice.
Obstruction? I'm not doing nothing though. Bro, you broke my head. You're
This is
breaking my
evidence.
ribs.
It's evidence now.
Take it. You're hurting me though.
I'll take this
You're
all
hurting
day.
me, though.
I'll take this all day. 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 I'll take this all day, guys. Hey, guys, Huntington Park Police, guys. Huntington Park, don't name my life. Don't name my life. Huntington Park Police, guys. Huntington Park Police, guys.
You hear what that kid yelled?
Hey.
Got off work and then I was sitting at home and I was gonna start.
So they think that this is okay. You bring your family to the Huntington Park Police Department, you camp out all afternoon, and every time you see a cop, you go gather up at the gate and you yell and scream and you encourage, because if you look at this video, the kid in the white t-shirt standing at the gate, and just to the right of him, whether it be his father or not, it's still an adult, keeps turning to him and encouraging him. It's just, it's absurd. This is insanity is what this is. I don't understand why this, I mean, you can look down here at the kids earlier, you can see where they were playing over here in the dirt and they were throwing rocks in there earlier. Why they wouldn't classify this as like riot material, and come out and put a stop to it, run them off. I don't know. It's a different world nowadays. I often refer to California as woke-ifornia because it trickles down and the politics out there become so woke. I mean, look at how many people have left that state that just are sick and tired of it. And it's maybe one of the most beautiful states in the union, only because it has so much diversity from the far north to the south. And I'm not taking anything away from Montana, which is one of my favorite states as far as beauty goes. But yeah, this is crazy. Absolute insanity. I'll go ahead and play it on.
Watch later with SUV and so the alert. But I didn't click on it. I was talking to that fool and he was like, "Oh, hold on, Amy's calling me." I was back. And then I saw Chris Winks and Lawless go live, so I clicked on it. And that's when I saw a little piece of the video and shit. Nasty. Like 6 minutes. Yeah, that's what I saw. Well, then I watched it on the way here. And they're not doing shit. They're just driving around and they pull up and you see that fool pull up. On your back and shit.
Okay, so that was South Central getting arrested. And then the comment.
Look at your picture of your car.
Huh?
How you lower this?
Say what? 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 Why? Why you got a picture of my car? Huh? Huh? I can't hear you.
Hurry up.
Huh?
What an idiot. Lower the, open the back.
Huh?
Want to talk to someone else?
You want
to put me a complaint form? Complaint form. You put your name in there.
Huh? Huh?
Go give me a complaint form.
He wants a complaint form. Huh? What? Huh?
Hurry up. Hurry up.
What? Huh? What'd you say?
You're live, oh, they put it all the way forward?
Huh?
Sick ass food, dog. Put it up so they don't reach in, dude. Huh?
Huh? What?
Hurry up.
Huh?
You know, I don't know. Border Patrol and DHS, you know, work hand in hand. I don't know. Sometimes those government agencies don't always get along, but I think those two agencies do. And as far as I know, the watch list that was created after 9/11 still exists. You know, so at least these idiots surely are being documented. Hopefully they're being put on a watch list. And maybe the next time that they think everything's cool and it's time for them to go leave the country or fly somewhere, they're going to be denied, which would be great. Now, I don't know. It's speculation on my part, but I'm pretty sure that watch list still exists. I hadn't heard anything about it being lifted. And generally, once the government gets, you know, reaches out and takes away a little something like that, they don't generally give it back.
You should have lowered the tint on your screen so they could do the trick. They wouldn't have turned it off.
Oh.
Huh?
Hurry up. I got a paper for you, dude.
You did?
Huh?
You got a paper.
What? Huh? What?
Hey, we're like guys after we're fucking being detained here.
Huh?
What is this now, dude? Here you go. Hurry up.
What's
Where's
this?
my complaint form? Where's my complaint form?
What's this?
Right here.
Huh?
Well, how do I need all you guys' names so I can go ahead and do a complaint form.
Right there.
Huh?
And I need her name as well. I need her name as well. I need her name. I don't have a pen. I
Huh?
don't have a pen. Hurry up.
Huh?
Hurry up.
What?
Hurry up.
What'd he say?
I need her name.
You want her name? Get out and get it.
All right.
Huh?
Stop recording.
I need her name. Give me her name. Then give me her name. Don't put your hands on me.
Huh?
Don't put your hands on me.
Huh?
What are you doing? Give me my name. Give me her name.
Huh?
Give me her name. Give me her name.
Put your phones away.
Give me her name. Let go of her.
Have a seat.
Let go.
Huh?
Give me her name.
It's on.
We were trying to get her name. Give me her name. Give me her name.
Huh?
Hurry up. Give me that paper right there.
Her name. All the fucking name. Everybody's fucking name. Lower the window.
Okay, huh?
You want it? Hey, write it down. Give me a pen. Give me a pen. Hurry up. Hey, give me a phone too.
You got a pen, obviously, if you wrote it down, right? You wrote it down.
Huh?
I wrote it down, so write it down. Write it down. I'm not gonna write it down. If you want it, hurry up. You write it down.
I'll write it down. Just start with the name.
Huh? Write it down.
Start with the name.
Huh? It's that easy. It's that easy. Write it down. I'm out of here.
Name?
I'm gonna write it down. Write it down. If you want it, write it down. Write it down.
You have a pen?
Write it down.
Huh? Give me the name.
Huh?
The names.
You have a pen? Huh? Write it down. Let's go. Give me your name. That easy.
Hey, what's this? Can you give me this? Hey, yo, can you give me this? Can I get the paper? What is the paper for?
Start with the name.
Huh?
Okay, I'll take a picture.
Can you tell me what the paper is for? What's the paper?
I'll take a picture of her name.
Huh?
Make some sense of what you're saying.
Okay,
You don't
what's
want
your
a
name?
picture of the
Angulo.
name, right? You don't want a picture of the name, right? So how am I
Angulo.
supposed to write it down with no pen?
What's your batch number, Angulo?
How is that my
Huh?
problem?
What's
man?
Angulo's batch number?
Come on.
Batch number.
You don't give a batch number. Just write the name down.
Angulo, what's the next name? Shiver.
You got nothing to do with it.
Doesn't matter, everybody.
This guy right here.
Huh?
This guy right here.
The glove guy? What is your name, glove guy?
Right there.
I don't know how to spell your name, dude. What is it?
Look at it.
Dude, I just had eye surgery.
Come on, man.
That's fucked up, you know? What's her name? What's his name, bro?
I know,
Right here.
you guys don't act professional. Instead of being like, here's her name right here, sir.
What's his
Now
name?
Get out of here. There you go. Boom.
Bro, what's his
I don't
name?
have a pen, you moron. Why don't you understand?
What is your name?
I thought you
How spell your
understand,
name?
man.
What's
Are you
his
that-
name?
Are you that stupid?
What is it?
Huh? I don't have to watch my mouth. It's my right to tell you fuck off if I want to, you piece of shit.
E.
God, you guys need to learn, man. What's the matter with you
What is
guys?
it? E. What is it?
Come on, man.
This one?
How does that make
Next,
sense?
next.
How does that make sense?
Next.
How does that make sense?
English?
Huh? If you would say, here's
Next
a pen,
officer.
sir, here's a pen, sir.
There's
All
only
right.
two.
That's your name. That's
Angulo
your
and
name.
Edson.
You don't even do that, man. You want the name, write it down. How am I going to write it down? How am I writing it
I'm
down?
not responding to it.
But I'm
Huh?
asking, how is he making sense of what he's saying to me? He's saying, write it down. I said, give me a pen. Okay, so he's writing it down. Come on, man. How does that make sense? How
What?
does that make sense?
You haven't given the,
How does that make sense?
all the name.
How
All the
does
name.
that
Who
make
next?
sense?
Stormy, I know you're in my comments a lot. I don't know if you noticed it or not, but when I did this video, somebody honestly commented, it was one of their supporters. Why did they let the deaf man drive? She really fell for it. She really thought that he was deaf. Like, you idiots.
Next.
Everybody
This guy does it every
Right here, Bond as well. Right here, Bond.
What? Can you move that?
B-O-N-D.
I mean, I need to see his name though. Come on. Or you can.
He just spelled it out to you.
What is that?
Tell him,
Sir, will you be so kind to move to get your name?
B-O-N-D. He already told you.
B as in Victor
Stupid, man.
or B as in boy?
B. Yeah.
O-N-D?
You have it on camera right there, sweetheart. It's on camera.
Huh? Is that a James? What is your name?
What's the matter with you guys, man?
What is your first name? Jay?
No,
No, just a letter.
No first names.
I'm not asking for a letter.
You guys
Okay,
have badge
next.
numbers, serial numbers?
Next.
We don't get badge numbers. So then
Huh?
how do you know it's you? There's no other
I'm the only
Cabillo? What about Bond?
I'm the only
what's that,
Cabillo.
Angulo?
Oh, you're Cabillo? Hold on.
got that one right.
Are you a supervisor?
I already wrote it down on the yes.
Damn, what's
Calvito.
wrong with you guys, man?
Calvito? Huh? Are you Calvito?
What's
Calvito.
going on?
Calvito.
It doesn't make any
Next.
sense.
Huh?
This one doesn't make any sense.
This guy?
What's it
Great, great question.
Huh? Oh, we want to get everybody's name. What's his
I
name?
need everybody's name. That guy is going back there. I need his
No,
name as
next,
well.
next.
Back there.
This
Not
guy.
you. That guy right there.
What's his name?
Give me his name, man. It's
Yeah.
I didn't say
Ah,
he's not.
fuck. I'm
But I
writing
need
it
to
down,
know.
dude. Calvillo, Angulo, Chenson, and Bond. The other one. Huh? What? Huh? Yeah, you gotta listen. Huh? Take it back. Take it away. Take it away. You're choosing to be a little bitch. Huh? Oh. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You need to grow some balls. Yeah. Hey! No, everybody's. Can we go? Huh? Yes. Okay. Let's go. Hey, where's the other guy? The African American guy. Huh? The black guy. Where he at?
Right here, dude.
See?
That guy's full right here.
Hey! Where's the African American guy? Where's the paper? Search your car. Huh?
This is a silly border patrol.
Where's the
Idiots
paper?
right here, dude.
Huh?
Morons, dude. Morons right here.
Huh? Suck it. Huh? Hey, fuck you, bitches. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. And fuck this motherfucker. Huh? I said that. Free fish, motherfucker. Huh? Fuck border patrol. What's going on? Fuck you. Fuck you, bitches. Straight.
Later on.
Hey. Romero, fuck you too, bitch.
Hey, I thought I couldn't film. I thought I couldn't film. Huh? What happened, you piece of shit? Damn, dude.
Hey, where our bag? You know where the paper's at?
They didn't give us a copy.
Huh?
They didn't give us a copy.
They didn't give me a copy.
No, they said to come here and get a copy.
The search. Huh?
They didn't give us a copy.
Huh?
What did it say? Copy.
What did it say?
Copy.
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 Huh?
Fucking
pussies.
Sucker!
Let's do it.
All right. I don't know how we ended up on that from Sean. Thanks, Linda. How we ended up on that from Sean, but we did. But you know, West Coast, East Coast, New York, California, regardless, they're all despicable. They just have different addicts. How many folks are in the? How many? You can hear me now, right? Or is maybe my mic's out? Let me check. The switch screws up sometimes. Testing 1 2. Test. Can you hear me? Test. All righty. I think I got it. He's still here. Thanks, Randy. I think I'm back up now. I think. Yeah, I've got a short or something in my mic wire. I need to just get. Damn thing only costs like $30. I don't know why I just don't get a new one. Yep, here I am. Hey. Anyway, back to all this garbage. I don't know how we ended up on the West Coast there again, because we just did this the other night. But I guess it's disturbing enough. The fact that New York and California came up. That's the federal government, though. That's Border Patrol. And there's no doubt in my mind that this is because who's running our country and the orders that come down from the administration to the border, what they're to do, how they're, because you've heard it in interviews before with Border Patrol agents that have retired and stuff that, they just fed up with not being able to do their job. Kaput. Yeah. K-A-P-U-T. Thank you, Victoria. Kaput. I was panicking. Kaput. All right. I'll tell you what. How many folks? I can't see the. I don't have a browser open that shows how many folks we got in here. Clearly wasting away. Oh wow! All right. Yeah, let's see if I can get another warning letter from YouTube singing songs on my live stream. I got in trouble for that. So since we're here and since we're doing it and we talked about it earlier, let me find this. And I'm not going to play the whole video because it's a long ass stupid video. What I'll do is take it to the end. So what this is, Brooklyn Audits posted this earlier. So he's at Coney Island and went to Coney Island, I guess, for the fireworks or whatever. And it started pouring down rain. And of course, Brooklyn's just walking around being an idiot like he always does. Hang on. Company in one day. Artist. Okay, sorry, I had to read that chat. All right, so let me get this up there. I'll show the end of it because I didn't. Was trying to get this stream ready right when it came up, and I caught it, and I didn't really see what happened. Present. Oh no, how come that's not working? What's going on there? Huh. Well, now it's not letting me. Did I fizzle the live stream out? Here I am. There we go. There, it was just being slow. So they're at Coney Island, and he's walking around all day. He's got his daughter with him, and of course, does he watch his mouth? No. Does he watch his conduct? No. Granted, she's, I think, a teenager, but still acting like an idiot. So at the end of this, they are. Oh, you know what? This may be a later posting. Hold on just a minute. Let me double check this, make sure. He may have made another post. I don't remember there being fireworks on that thumbnail. Oh, that says 2 days ago. That has to be it. Yeah. that's it. All right. So yeah, this is a later post because they were all huddled under the. Yeah, hang on. That's not it. That's not what I'm looking for. Where in the world is it? You know what? He must have pulled it. Unless he's got it under his live. Here we go. You got it. No, that's not it. Here we go. Here it is. There it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are
So they're like a hot dog eating contest, and they walk around and it starts pouring down rain. And towards the end, they're trying to huddle underneath this.
Watch up, watch up. Go, 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 go.
That's him doing that. That's not me. He froze his.
Hey, you want my hat?
Froze it a couple times. Oh, come on.
Fucking suck. Oh, man. Oh, my God. I ain't moving nowhere. I'm in public. I'm in fucking public. I gotta go nowhere. Fucking live stream. Fuck that. Fuck these cops. You won't do shit, bro. You don't want to smoke with me. Fucking bum ride. You good? Good? You ain't gotta go nowhere. You're in public. You're in public. You don't gotta go nowhere. Make way. They got to guys, four guys. Don't put your fucking hands on me. Don't. You better not put your fucking hands on me, laddie. Don't put your hands on. Don't touch me.
Okay.
Don't.
But you cannot stay here, sir.
I'm allowed, so I'm in public.
Sir, you cannot stay here. You're blocking traffic.
I'm
Please,
not blocking
sir.
traffic.
Please,
Yo,
please. All right, which way would you like to go, sir?
14189, I'm allowed to be
Sir,
here.
which way would you like to go?
I'm allowed to be here. It's
Sir,
not
you
right.
cannot stay here.
Yo,
Please.
don't touch
Just
me.
keep going.
Get your fucking
Sir,
hands off.
sir, there's no need for that, sir. Just please keep moving this way or the other, sir.
Get your hands off me,
Please,
bro.
sir, there's no need. Look, you're blocking
Bro,
everyone else.
I'm allowed to be here.
I understand, sir. Just go that way.
Yo, sir.
Don't
I'm not blocking nobody.
There's no need
Touch
for
me
this.
again, bro.
Sir, you cannot stay
Yo,
here.
stop fucking touching me, bro.
Let's go.
I'm not going
Please.
nowhere,
Sir,
bro.
you
I'm trying
cannot
to go that
stay.
way.
Okay,
So
I'm
let's
not
go.
going
Get
that
the
way.
fuck
Let
off
go.
of me. Get the
Go,
fuck
sir.
off of me.
You gotta keep going.
Yo, give me a badge number. What's your badge number?
Right
1-8.
here.
Yeah, 1085. Yeah, all right.
Yes, sir. Now, do me a favor.
Sir, you have to walk away. Walk away.
Go in the wall.
Yo, stop touching me, bro. Stop touching me. Why you touch? Why you can't get up on me?
Look at everybody going through here.
Yo, walk away.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate it.
No. Don't touch me, bro.
There's a baby right there. Watch your steps, sir.
Stop putting your hands on me. You're not allowed to touch me. Yo, Cap.
Sir, please.
Lieutenant.
Sir, please, you have to go. Just keep walking. Understand, sir. Watch
Yo,
out.
get off of
Watch
me,
out. There's a
bro.
little baby
You don't
here,
know where
sir.
I'm trying to go, bro. That's what I'm saying. Worry about them. Stop
Sir, you
touching me.
cannot stay here.
All right, give me
You're
your
the
business
only
cards. I
one.
want all your
Sir,
business cards. I
sir,
want your
sir,
business
keep
card. I
moving.
want your business card. Lieutenant, I want your business card. I'm making a complaint right now. You guys are not allowed to do this. I'm allowed to do what I'm doing right now. Record in public. Yes, I am. 14-189. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. 14-189. Yes, I am. I'm not blocking no hazard. No, I'm not. Look, there's a crowd. There's a crowd. Lieutenant, they touching me again, bro. Wait, where's your business card? I want your business card too. Everyone's touching me. Get off of me. Get off. Take my phone. Take my phone.
Wait.
Fucking idiot.
Is slowing down here as we move into the second half of this contract. Three minutes and 30 seconds left. 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Jerry Brown now slowing down under the heat. Renee Clark a little bit chased by the taking control. But now Mikisudo has opened up a 2 hot shot lead. Mayoe Ebihala struggling under the heat. She has this amazing dance, amazing style. Mikisudo now is 29. 3 hot dogs and comes ahead of Mayoe Ebihala. 3 minutes now. 3 minutes now. Mikisudo 30 hot dogs and comes. Mayoe Ebihala still 2 behind. She lost a step right in the middle of the market, and she's struggling a little bit. And she has comfortably in third with 20. She is not going to catch the top 2. Now this is the continuation of where we will be in the next contest. Because this is pushing numbers way down. 31, but now Mikisudo should be affected by the heat. She wanted this, but this heat, this humidity is not going to allow that to happen.
So you see that big ass Frauditors will have those here before long. put their cell phone on the end of those arms. Apparently he gets arrested somewhere here during this contest. I didn't watch the video, so I'm not sure.
90 seconds. You're coming down the line. Mikisudo, she's pushing. Big. Mikisudo now, you only need a few things. 1 minute. Miami out of 35. He's going for the 30 seconds now. 30 seconds now. 36
Damn, that's just crazy.
15 seconds now. 15 seconds now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I just going by what somebody said in the. I don't think that's the case. I think the only time he got popped was at the end of the video. Somebody said in the comments he got busted during the hot dog eating contest, but he wouldn't have been out riding the rides with his daughter and stuff afterwards if he had been. There's no way, unless he was just written a citation or something. But, that does make me hungry for a hot dog. All righty. Well, that's about it. I just wanted to do the Long Island deal. Wanted everybody to see that he's calling out that city. I can't see him. I don't know. He's got enough supporters and stuff. They may waste some money on him, but it's $3,000 to file a suit, and then he'd have to have a case to go with. That what's that idiot's name that defended him last time? He probably would bite on it. And then he's got that stupid ass reporter Schuster or whatever that goes around acting like he knows what he's talking about. Let's see here. And what is happening in the world? Yeah, so auditing, I guess there is a lot of fireworks displays tonight. It looks like quite a few of them on the live streams. Yeah, once you've seen one, you've seen them all. I went to a place last night that you can actually see for miles and miles and miles, so you can see them off in the distance, and I really didn't pay much attention to them. I was too busy eating brisket. Okay. Rogue Nation. Cops educated. Rogue's been posting old stuff. He's been recycling stuff. Yeah. Bridge. Oh, Brooklyn has already. He's already. So he's talking about it on his channel. Let me go back over there then. I just left there. I didn't see anything new posted. Go back over there. Coney Island fireworks. Happy 4th to all veterans. Free country. 2 days ago. He says he has he's got a live stream scheduled for 8:15. So that would be going already. Let's see. Yeah, I can hear all the fireworks going off outside now. Yeah, that's Yeah, the live stream schedule, it said scheduled for July 4th. 8:15, and it's 9:15, which means it's 10:15 in New York. So then he's got another posting, the one we just watched. So I guess maybe he was going to talk about it. It doesn't look like he went live. It said there's 29 waiting. I guess they've been waiting for an hour. What's the occasion in the UK for November the 5th? November 6th is so crazy and cloudy, heavy fog. Let's see. Is that like is November the 5th, is that a national holiday in the UK? Okay, yeah, I don't see any. He doesn't have any other posting. He's got this live stream scheduled, but he's an hour late on that. So let's see what it says over here. Live. Oh, come on. This is not a time for my internet to start acting up. No. Yeah, I don't. It's Brooklyn. It's just not there. Road Nation. I think everybody's out watching fireworks. Oh, Barry Cooper. Who's this? Oh, Barry Cooper's live. Auditors or frauditors? Question mark. Cocaine in the White House. 12-year-old boy. Huh. Know what that's all about.
What are the gun laws in New Mexico?
Oh, this is okay. So Barry Cooper. Okay, those of you that are familiar with Mark Stout, Mark had a live stream set up with Barry Cooper the other night, and at the last minute, Barry Cooper backed out, and he backed out based upon information that he received from James Freeman that Mark couldn't be trusted. So Mark, I missed. He rescheduled a live stream for the next afternoon, I guess, which is it was like Sunday, I think, and I missed it because I had another deal I had to commit to. But when I got home, I saw it and watched it, and he basically, just called Cooper a chicken crap and labeled him no better than the frauditors. So Barry Cooper, for those of you that don't know, is an ex-drug enforcement officer, and he wrote a book on how not to get busted if you smuggle drugs, and basically just kind of flipped the script. And I remember, it's been some time back, but I remember he and Bill O'Reilly and Tucker Carlson and a bunch of the Fox guys went head to head about all this, and he's basically a cop that flipped the script and started he wrote a book telling criminals how you can get away, the things you can do to smuggle drugs successfully. And yeah, Stormy, he went rogue. You're right. And so that's kind of him in a nutshell. But I guess he's got quite a following on his YouTube channel. So that's going to be interesting to watch from here on out, where it goes with Mark. Look, like Mark or dislike Mark, he generally has his I's dotted, his T's crossed, or he doesn't. And that's probably one of the reasons why a lot of times on his live streams, he'll cancel and reschedule, because he's not going to, he's got to feel right about what he puts out, or he won't put it out there. Yeah, it's one of the things I admire about Mark. And outside of the fact that he's a straight shooter, in my opinion. There's a lot of people that will argue that, but I certainly support what he does. And so he pretty much labeled Barry Cooper with the Frauditor. So I recognize this clip right here that I'm paused on. This is when the Southwest Frauditors, not all Southwest, but the New Mexico and Arizona Frauditors, you know, all them down there, D and all those, went to that New Mexico courthouse to protest the frauditor that got arrested for, he claims, for flipping off an officer, and that it was a retaliatory arrest. And here's the deal happened to accompany this one. He doesn't get out very often, but here's the deal went on this one too. And yeah, this is resurfacing. This story is. So this is like a dozen of them heading in an RV to New Mexico. But I don't know what Barry Cooper, why in the hell he's involved in this.
Pull into a gas station if you can, or somewhere. It's hard to pull over somewhere. Or a store or something. So all these cops are following one lady now. They left all of us men and went to follow one lady who's all alone. And so we're following them now.
Okay. Now, can you hear me? I had to replug my mic back in. I can't tell if I'm good or not. Am I up and going? I hope so. Am I? Somebody let me know, because I can't tell. All right, I'm going to assume that I am. I'm assuming that I rebooted it. Okay, all right, good. Okay, so Randy, yeah, with Mark, how I got acquainted with Mark was 4 years ago, maybe somewhere in there. I was following the Flat Earth group and Schrodinger and Irish Demon, different ones, JL, so a whole bunch of different guys that got in and out of that. And the reason I was interested in it, it was one of the few topics on YouTube where it was, you know, us against them. We're going to prove you wrong. No, we're going to, and that's kind of the way this Frauditor thing is. the frauditors and the anti-frauditors. And there's not a whole other lot of other topics on YouTube that have that kind of criteria. You know, yet the cooking channels don't go up against each other. You know what I'm trying to say. But I got acquainted with Mark through Schrodinger, and when I saw legalized drugs, I was like, okay, well, that's interesting enough. And I clicked on, and actually it was before Schrodinger even actually got into the Frauditing thing, I think. But anyway, I was like, what's this guy all about? Legalized drugs. Because in a sense, and I'm not steadfast on this, and I'm not saying 100%, but I am for the, you know, to decriminalize marijuana, and there are certain things I think that we could do, and there's just certain things we could do. The war on drugs has just been a nightmare. It's been a total farce. It's been a nightmare. It doesn't work. It's cost us billions and billions of dollars. But anyway, so I click on it, and I listened to him for a little bit. I thought, you know, this guy's no dummy. He's just not a dummy. And then, of course, when Schrodinger, you know, called him out, and then they had their conversation, and then Kick, and I'll never forget this. He was on a live stream with Kick, and I don't think there was a whole lot of people there or anything, but you know, Kick was, you know, just telling Mark that, you know, that he needed to, you know, make some change. Anyway, it got real emotional and everything, and that's about the time that Mark said, okay, that's it, I'm done with this other shit. So anyway, that's how I got. And as time's gone on, I've come to admire him so much for his ability. The guys, look, some people have high IQs, some don't. There's no doubt in my mind that his IQ is up there, and he makes sure that all his I's are dotted, all his T's are crossed. He won't do something or bring up until he is ready to do it, until he knows that he's right and he's set on it. And I admire him so much for his honesty. And if you follow Mark, then you know that recently he revealed a side of him that we never got to solve. I sound like God. He revealed the side of him that we had never seen before, and with his frontline activism, if you will, and that impressed me. So anyway, I just wanted to say that. And anybody in here or anybody that's listening, and all you chirps in the bushes and the ones that don't want to come out, if you're in there, you probably don't agree with him, but check his channel out. I mean, just pay attention to what the man has to say, because he's good. He's right most of the time, and nobody's right all the time, but he's right most of the time, and his subject matter is pertinent. Anyway, sorry, go off on that. But what this is this is the New Mexico thing. I recognize this now. I don't know why this is Barry's live stream, and I don't know why he's playing this, because this was when they were headed for New Mexico to bombard that courthouse. I forget which one it was that got arrested for flipping. They said he got arrested for flipping the cop off. It was a retaliatory arrest, but you know, directly, I can't remember all of them. There's just a bunch of them there. I think the Tucson boys were there and all that. But here's the deal: to get out of the house and go on one of these things, and he's in this. If I remember right, he's in this motorhome. If he's not, he's in his car following him, and he doesn't get out and do that often. Linda, are you talking about dropping Mark's link? I certainly will, if that's what you're talking about.
Well, you should be able to talk just on the truck without using just hands free. You're turning it. Okay, he just drove by her. She's turning left in the Burger King. Yeah.
We'll still meet up with her there, and then.
Yeah, we'll still meet up.
Linda, it's Frauditors Exposed is his channel. Frauditors Exposed. I'll still drop it, but that's what his channel name is. Thanks, Dave. I was going to have to shut down a browser and open another one.
It's probably because they're
intimidating.
Yeah. They're probably watching our streams by now because they've seen Lackluster's video, so they got all the links also. They know we're coming for a pig roast.
Librarians can be tyrants. They can be. But the librarian's not out there ruining our lives. So why waste the film? Why waste the time checking a librarian or a school bus driver or somebody like that when you could use that time to actually be helping somebody? Like, for instance, get a scanner, police scanner, and you hear a traffic stop is at the corner of Main and Cal Street. So you show up at Main and Cal Street and you film the cops. You're helping that driver by letting them know somebody's being filmed. Maybe that cop was going to do something, violate the driver's rights, but because you showed up, that didn't happen. Why not spend your time doing that instead of picking on a little old lady behind a desk? I'm not right about everything. I could be wrong about that. Convince me. D. Stanley, big $2 super chat. Thank you. She says, I love NGB 400. We love having you there, Miss D. So let's see. Micah Bell says at Barry, never get busted people, or at Barry. Okay.
I just don't know if I trust this guy or not.
People are, well, only human. We know that. The rule of law is borne out in identifying, condemning, and punishing those who violate the standards on which we all agree. Cool. Okay. Very cool.
It's under pressure.
Got reluctant traffic just walked in. What's your channel name, brother? You start your channel yet?
McKinley Accountability.
McKinley Accountability. He's the one that was arrested for free speech.
Multiple times.
Oh, multiple.
Lackluster's video showed one of the 6 incidents, 4.
7 misdemeanors, 1 felony.
All free speech. That's why we decided to come out. It wasn't just a one time thing. They decided to do this on a regular basis. Both the sheriff, the local police, and the state police have all hit you with fake charges for free speech, right?
Absolutely.
Every one of them.
Arbitrary made up charge.
What's up, man? Oh, he's getting a picture of the fuck bad cops sign. Really, fuck all bad cops. Let's roll to the
police station again? Let's go back.
No, not the sheriff.
The police station. Let's go. Let's roll. You guys ready to roll the police
Fuck the
station?
police coming straight from the underground.
Ah! What?
I got it bad because I'm a ginger. Someone crapping in there?
Yeah.
That's right. Tashanta Spencer says, we don't all agree to these standards. Some politicians decided on some things and put the police in charge of enforcing those things. That's right. That's called getting trapped in somebody else's coding. I believe in the simulation theory. I think this is all a video game. I think we're all ones and zeros. And you code what you're in right now. You coded mostly. You thought about it. You acted on it. What's in front of you, you coded. But sometimes your coding gets mixed up with somebody else's coding. Like you didn't code to be murdered. You didn't code for. So that's the murderer's coding that you got up against. So, yeah, it's not my fault. I didn't do anything to create the police state. That's somebody else's coding. Those were politicians before my time, during my time, men in much more powerful positions who coded the planet to be a certain way. And the goal is to not get caught up in their coding. That's why you stay away from certain situations. Don't let their coding mix in with your coding and fuck your coding all up. Be careful out there who
Dude, you're
you
doing too many
bump
drugs.
up
There's
against
something- what in the
and what
hell is he
coding you
talking
run
about?
into.
Someone's in the shitter right now. Hey, no number 2s in the RV, dude.
I already broke that rule this morning.
Number 1s only.
Yeah, but at that time it was still hotel hours.
Headed to the next location. Shitter's full.
What do you mean the shitter's full?
Nah, just kidding. It's perfect time to go to the police department and dump.
All right, I need directions to the police department.
Go straight. Out. Take a right.
All right, take a right. Is everybody following? We got tails or what?
Looks like she's jumping back in the car.
76 Ruffian says he's in there doing a bump. He must have been the one who just left the White House.
Oh, aren't we cute?
What does the lawyer do that?
I think.
Is he here?
Yeah.
That was James Freeman, right?
They pulled me over.
Let's move this
The
along.
snitch.
Who, the cop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Signs on the fence that says construction is illegal trespass.
Oh, okay.
So we can't even go up in there unless you're going. They even have the court building right here.
So no court? This pig's under pressure. It's got the bullhorn with the sticker that says, "Only gay cops pull me over."
Courtesy of Direct D. I think that one's missing a few letters.
The blue line flag on the wall.
Yeah.
Excuse me so much.
That was police brutality. As you can see, they just assaulted that guy with the door. Pigs under pressure is going to follow him.
I think they're just construction workers.
Surrender Monkey. If you're talking about Mark Stout, you don't know Mark Stout. Or you wouldn't make a comment like that. Mark Stout could care less about making money on his channel, and we've witnessed that firsthand. He's literally just ripped people's asses for bitching about sending what the hell, Linda, what do they call it when you super chats, and not being recognized. And he'll flat tell you, you don't know Mark. If that's what you think, you probably ought to watch him a little bit more and pay attention, because that's not even that question wouldn't even be raised if you paid any attention to him at all. And it doesn't have anything to do about that with him.
Is this a police department or not?
That's right. There was a channel member by the name of Cyberbry, and Cyberbry go out and throw $100 here and $100 there and $100 here and $100 there. But then he wanted to be recognized. He wanted you to, dwell on the fact that he was sending that money, and he would gloat on it. I got money and I send a lot of it and I want to be recognized. Mark said, screw you. I don't give a shit. Get the hell out of here. And he took offense to it and he left. And then he went to, he was doing that over on Takedown's channel, and same thing. He wanted recognition. I think he did it over on Wrangler's channel and a couple others. And but Mark does not. Mark doesn't care about that at all. Mark's doing okay with or without YouTube, and he'll tell you that. And basically I feel the same way. If YouTube called me tomorrow and said, we're done with you, you can't, you got, fine, I'll see you. I don't need this. If I had to depend on YouTube, I'd be in a hell of a lot of trouble, because honestly, if you've been in here for any time at all, have you seen anybody send me any money? No. You know how much I've made off AdSense since February? $63. $63, because a lot of my videos are only partially supported by ads, because I don't clean them up as much as the partner program wants me to clean them up. And I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to alienate my thoughts and the way I feel for the sake of a 63-cent ad on a video. See, thank you, Chris. That right there is maybe, and this is the truth, probably the 5th or 6th time somebody sent me anything. I think the last time I checked, I had my memberships are like $1.99 up to like $9.99. I kept them as cheap as YouTube had let me go, because that's not what's important to me. And I think I have I don't know, $18 or $23 or something in memberships. And the last time I checked, since February, I've got $63 in AdSense. So, I feel the same way Mark does. And that's cool, brother. I'm just letting you know. I'm glad, and I'm happy to have you here, man. We have a pretty good time. I enjoy doing the videos. I don't do the cleanest videos in the world. I don't spend a whole lot of time cleaning them up. I pretty much put them out there. I don't. I get criticized for it sometimes. There's times that I'll be making a video and somebody will say, "Why didn't you go back and edit that out and clean it up?" Well, why? Excuse me, pardon me, I made a mistake, or I belched, or excuse me, I'm sorry. But Mark is very, very much true to what he says he is, and I admire what he did, and I admire the way he has presented it to the audience. And he's good. I could never do what he does, because he'll sit on something and he'll make sure that it's the right time. He understands that timing's everything, and he'll sit on something before he cuts loose on it. And I wouldn't have the patience to do that. Several with different channels, nice guy. Yeah, Cyberbride's a nice guy and everything, but I don't think, he's never been here. He only did that when I was doing videos. I was doing live streams with Takedown for a while, and then he got copyright struck, and then we did them on my channel for a while, and now he's off doing whatever. But I don't know if he's still around over there or not. I haven't seen him in a while, and he is a nice guy and everything, but I don't think any of us want to be held hostage to a super chat. That's the only thing I can recommend to him. If you want to do it, that's fine, but then don't try to hold it over somebody's head. That may work. Well, I know it does work on a few channels, but it doesn't mean anything here, and it doesn't mean anything at Mark's either. So, and I appreciate that, Dave. I do. That's very kind of you. I spend a lot of time doing this, way more than I ever imagined I would. When I did this, I did it to do a couple of videos. I wanted to do one on Chile. I wanted to do one on Amagansett Press. And then from there, I just kind of played around with it. And the editing's pretty green. It's not the best editing in the world. But I try to have fun with it when I have time. And I do enjoy doing the live streams. I like doing this because I sense that the people enjoy just kind of getting together. And, I'm not a big guy in the chats. When I'm watching videos, I hang out kind of and watch. I'm not a real big chatter, but I enjoy being on this side of it and offering the format for it to happen. Anyway, I've got my questions about this Yahoo. I really do. I don't. I'm not sure. I'm not sure I can trust a guy like this. I don't know where he's going with all this. I know Mark called him out, and this may be kind of his reply to that. And let's move forward here a little bit, see what he's talking
Human
about.
behavior, social science.
If it's anything like what he just said a minute ago with the ones and the zeros and we're in a video game and stuff, I mean that's aluminum foil hat to me. I don't
Cause a kid to do that, you know, or what would not cause him? What would influence a young man to do that? Well, could it be that they've put his dad in jail, his grandpa in jail, raided his house over generations, half his family's locked up? Right. So the thing is, what would cause somebody like
no problem,
this,
Randy.
these cop watchers like James Freeman to locker room belittle a cop like that? What would cause that? It's easy for us to point the finger and go, my God. And again, that's not my taste.
Okay, I got to break again, only because now I'm reading the chat and I've gotten myself involved in it. So yeah, Surrender Monkey. There was a whole lot of drama that was going on in the community, and some of it revolved around Frauditor Troll, Wrangler, and Frauditor Reaper, and different things. And it had to do, I mean, it had to do with doxing and different things. And I try to stay clear of all that. I have my opinion on it. Now, I did get drug into a deal here not too long ago where I was in a situation where I was being called out for being in that situation, and people were trying to point things out to me that I hadn't validated, and I still really have never really validated. I still get people telling me that, you know, this is what's going on and this is what's happening. But look, unless I know for sure, and so I just found it best I just stay away, and I don't want to get involved in it. I've been invited to go on different channels to go on, and I just, I mean, I say sure. I mean, I'll do it, but I don't want to get involved in any of that stuff at all. I just don't. And there is some drama. So, but hopefully you won't find that here. I got real close. I got real close, and in an email I spoke to someone here recently. I got real close to just saying, forget it. I'm just gonna shut the channel down. I don't care. It's not worth it to me. I just don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be labeled that guy. People start crap about you. I got kind of shit on, to be honest with you. I got kind of shit on here not too long ago by somebody, a couple people, and I just about said it's just not worth it. But you know, if it gets too hairy and people want to make big deal out of nothing, then, you know, so be it. But I'm not going to get involved in it. Let me catch up here. Yeah, I'm too old for the drama too. It just I know that one of the issues was doxing. That somebody posted something about doxing and they weren't happy about it. Yeah, I communicate with Dick Bag behind the scenes. I really, really admire him. He is a stand-up guy. He's working really hard on trying to get his new video done. He told me he's definitely going to have it out by tomorrow. He's been working really hard on it, and his skills are second to none. And I really, really, really admire him. He's a stand-up guy too. Yeah, you're right, Stormy. And that's why I'm here. You know, it's just to keep the exposure out there. I know I can't put an end to it. I know no matter what I do, it's not going to, what I'm doing is not going to stop it. But it's all about exposing. Any chance I get to expose and call them, dirt bags, that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, Peter, he is. He's got talent. He really does. He's got a lot of good editing talent. Yeah, getting blocked, Dave. That's I've got a couple of accounts. I even had a guy email me and accused me of being somebody I wasn't. And because somebody said in the chat that they thought that one of my other channels began with a T. Well, it does. And those that have been around for a while know that I'm T-Bone. I was T-Bone for years, still am. This is a brand channel, Frauditing Ram is. And I mean, I was around 4, maybe 5 years using that channel. And then I have another one I used before that. I think I started in YouTube in 2012 and didn't get as active in it until about 2014. Then I really started getting kind of active in the chats and stuff. But because I never really found a niche, never really found anything that really kept my interest up. I watched some of the legal channels. I like watching the court channels. I got into similar to someone else that's in here. I got into watching like some of the murder, the investigative stuff, the investigative channels, and different things, law and crime, things like that. Yeah, getting blocked is just part of it. Who are you talking about, Linda? Did I miss something? Yeah, Jackass ain't such a bad deal, Randy. It is the internet, and I forget that sometimes. That troll from the other night. Oh, Baos or Baos or whatever. Yeah. Yeah. And if I could go back and do it over again, I probably wouldn't have blocked him. But at the time, it caught me. The one thing I know about these guys, when they bring up a topic like that, they're gonna push it. That they're not saying that, and then they're gonna stop. They're gonna push it. And when he brought that up, I knew exactly where he was going with it, and that was the only reason I blocked him. And I'll unblock him because I want everybody to feel like they can come in here, but I don't. Look, I don't want body shaming or racist or homophobia, any of that kind of stuff. It's just, even politics, you got to kind of tiptoe on that. I don't mind expressing myself, how I feel about politics, but I surely don't want it to become a debate. And the same thing with religion. Just don't want it to be a part of it. I'm a proud mule-headed donkey. And if I think about it when I'm in my channel, I'll unblock it and let him, again. But somebody like Rogue Nation, when they come into the chat, even though I disagree with what he's got to say, usually he's respectful. He doesn't, take the chat in places it shouldn't go. So he came back as Badger. Yeah, yeah, most of them do, and I do. Like if I go to say, like I used to go over and taunt Vegas Valley quite a bit at one time, and I had a couple different avatars and channels I used over there, but I don't do it in our own community. And this person that called me out here not too long ago said that I was doing that inside the community. And I'll just go ahead and say, they accused me of being tube sock. They said, because it began with the T, I know you're tube sock. You sound, I can tell by the laugh, I can tell by the voice, you're tube sock. No, I'm not. I'm not. And he wouldn't let up on it. He just kept coming. I was like, dude, I don't know who the hell you are, but I know who I am and I'm not. And so I was accused of being tube sock, who can rattle some cages. Yeah, you're right, Linda. He's always been respectful in chats, and when he's on debates, he's always respectful of the channel. Nah, Dave, you didn't go after him too hard. That guy deserved to be gone after like that. But I knew where he was going with that. I knew exactly what his next line was going to be. Yeah, that's all right. If you have feathers, you deserve to have them ruffled. Yep. That's good. This is kind of interesting. I very seldom interact with the chat, and I'm enjoying it. Yeah, I don't know what to think about this Barry Cooper guy. I don't think him canceling with Mark was that big a deal. I have a feeling Mark could just eat this guy. I mean, just chew him up and spit him out. Just seems like he's, I don't know. I know he's written books and he's been on national TV and all that, but that doesn't mean anything. He looks like he's a tinfoil hat guy to me. Yeah, Maddie, and see, Maddie, I know who you are because as T-Bone, I'm familiar with you and Randy too, as far as that goes. And when I go on Mark's channel, I always go on as T-Bone. Very seldom do you see me on there as Ram, because Mark knows me. He knows he knows Ram's my channel, but he knows me as T-Bone. You know, if he calls me, it's hey T-Bone. You know, it's T-Bone. And that's why I do that. And I still log on as T-Bone. This is just a brand account. This channel is. I told her I had the Hotspurs. She blocked you. For Reagan turned down a man, did she? For manly stuff? That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, I am T-Bone. When I started doing videos, I had to come up with a channel name, and so I did Frauditing Ram. And people ask me where did the Ram come from? It's only because I'm an Aries, and growing up as a kid, you know, that's your sign. And Ram, there was always when I was trying to think of something, I was like, well, that sounds good, Frauditing Ram. Matter of fact, when I first set the channel up, Discovery or not Discovery, Nat Geo Wild copyright struck me. As a matter of fact, it just got lifted. It was a 6-month copyright strike because I used some of their Ram video in my intros. And even to this day, I have one of my still shots. They said they wouldn't copyright me for the still shot. They didn't like it, but they weren't going to copyright it. Yep. We have. You're right. We have talked. I generally don't get too involved in the chats. I'll sit back, and then if I see something that gets me riled up, I'll turn loose. I spent a long time on Predator Trolls channel, long time. Did I was with him, from like the first or second month he was up and going, and so I was there a lot. Yeah, Maddie, I'm not gonna. I agree. I'm just gonna say yeah. Yeah, Surrender Monkey, you're right. I mean, it keeps it going. One thing about the algorithm, whether it's for or against, and that's why I always say, if you don't like what I'm doing, comment. If you like what I'm doing, comment. You don't like what I'm doing, hit the don't like button. You're right. There is value to that. Taurus wagon. I don't know about that. You could only go one step lower, and that would be a Pinto wagon. Taurus wagon. Do you think? I don't know how. I don't have no idea the age of anybody in here, but you probably have to be at least in your 40s to remember what a Pinto wagon was. Or what a Pinto was. Yeah, the Pacer. I had a friend that had that with that big ass back window. AMC. Yeah. Yeah, the Pinto, the car that exploded when it got rear-ended. That's why they discontinued it. I was always more of a General Motors guy, so I guess if I was going to have to, it'd have to be a Vega. Yeah, the Vega, Linda. I know you know a little bit about hot rods and stuff. I had a friend. I grew up in Kansas City. When I left Kansas City, I went to Florida to go to school. So I'm 18 years old, and I'm go to Florida. And at that time, Florida was an 18 state. So really, by the time you're 16, you could go in the bars and drink beer and all that kind of stuff. But it was an 18 state, and I met, I met some people. Got down there and met some people, and I met this guy. His dad owned a gas station, and back then, gas stations were service stations. They were called service stations. You got full service and all that. And his dad owned one, and he, was always into hot rods, and he took a Vega and put not a small block, put a big block 427 Chevy motor in it. And I remember that when you looked at it from the rear end, the rear end was probably only 14 to 18 inches each side of the transfer case, and the rest of it was all slicks. But that thing was, and he never kept it running. It was always breaking down, but it was interesting to watch. A red Vega. Yeah, you'll have to Google the Pinto. The Pinto was a economy car. The American automakers really dropped the ball after the gas wars, the shortages of 72, 73. And they were being criticized about, gas guzzling, you know, the big stuff like the Delta 88s and, you know, what have you, the muscle cars and stuff that guzzled so much gas. So they tried to make these little economy cars, and they were garbage, absolute garbage. And the Pinto, they discontinued it because the gas tank where it was located, if it was rear-ended with any impact at all, it would explode. Yeah, I mean, at least the Taurus made its way to NASCAR. You know, you can say that for it. I mean, yeah, 283 small block. I was a Chevy guy, and the very first car I had was a 65 Super Sport. And it had a 327, which is a small block step up from 283. But I remember growing up as a kid, my mom had a Nova station wagon that had a 283 in it. And I swear that engine would run on anything. It just, the car never quit. It just went, that motor would run on anything. Anybody check the oil on the station wagon? We check the oil, you know, you maybe just barely see it on the dipstick, and the car just kept going. Push button. Yep, I remember the Valiants, and Chrysler was real big on that push button stuff. No radio, no AC. Did you put an 8-track in it, Linda? You had to have an 8-track, right? I bet you wish you had that 65 Chevy pickup truck now. Those C10s, they were in good condition. They're worth so much money. Yeah, you're right, Randy. Yeah, they were lightweight cars too. Check the gas bill. You just like you didn't have to worry about copyright strikes, right? Cutlass Supreme. How many of you ever snuck your parents' car out? Put a 1 in the chat if you really seriously snuck your parents' car out, where you actually got it out of the garage or out of the driveway in the middle of the night and snuck away with the car. And then we'll find out how many of you got caught. Everybody. Dave did it all the time, I guess. 14 times. Till you got caught, right? No way, Linda says. There's an iron fist in that house who just couldn't get away with it. No. Is there still people? Do we still have a pretty good crew here who got off doing this? Not really anything. It's kind of turned into about a handful of us. $19. Yeah, that's down quite a bit from 50. Yeah. Well, I got caught. I got caught not because I slipped up leaving with it or coming back with it, did, because I didn't come back with it. That's how I got caught. I got it stuck in a ditch. And lo and behold, You learn who your friends are when you go around to your buddies' houses and tap on their bedroom windows. Like, dude, you got to help me. You're on your own, man. No, that's good to have you aboard, Surrender Monkey. Make sure you watch the videos and comment. I really enjoy the comments, and I know a lot of them have bailed out now, but most of the people you see in here right now, they're in my comment section. I enjoy it. I like knowing what people think about what I do, and I do pay attention to it. Yeah, Dave never hesitates to comment. Linda makes her way over there all the time. I've seen Randy. I've seen Peter. I've seen Peter over. As a matter of fact, I think I pinned one of Peter's comments the other day. But yeah, Stormy, she's there. She's in the comments all the time. And I think she bailed on us maybe, and I don't blame her. This has gotten kind of stupid. Not stupid, silly. Who else was in here earlier? Chris. Chris is there a lot. He comments. Chris, is Chris still here? Yeah, you're still here. Yeah, Chris, or I think he is. No, maybe not. Maybe he bailed on us. Chris certainly has. I mean, I could almost read the comment and not know who it was and know it's him. I mean, you could cover his avatar up and I could read the comment. I've gotten to learn his sense of humor. It's interesting. No, thanks, Maddie, man. I do this because I enjoy it. I don't do this for any other reason. There's Stormy. You keep your mouth shut. But I don't want you to keep your mouth shut. I like the fact that Stormy's relentless. She when she makes her comments, I mean, I could almost see her, and I'm assuming it's a her. I've always assumed it's a her because that's what I get from the comments. But Stormy, would be the person you wouldn't want to be toe to toe with if she's pissed off. I have that impression that she lets the people, sometimes the other side comes on there and makes comments. And I like the fact that some of my supporters read that and they're like, hey, shut up. No, you don't know what you're talking about. That's what I get a kick out of. Oh, is that right? So if I Surrender Monkey, is there, I guess I just have to say Surrender Monkey. I don't want to call you Monkey and I don't want to call you Surrender. So I'll say Surrender Monkey. SM doesn't sound good either. Yeah, shaking your fist at him. That's right. Yeah, you're right, Randy. And it's not a job. I work hard at it. Literally, I went to a deal. What is this? What night is this? This is Monday night. So Sunday night I went and hooked up with some people I hadn't seen in a while. And COVID, they didn't do it that year. And then I had to forego last year. So I knew I was going to see some people I hadn't seen in a few years. So I went and I got home about 3 or something this morning. I don't remember what time it was. And had a couple of emails and different things I did. And I thought, well, I'm going to do a video. And so I went looking for a video to do. And then I thought to myself, I'm just going to take the day off. I put a couple, 2 or 3 out in a row. I'm just not going to do one. but I do work hard at it. It's a lot of work editing videos. It doesn't seem like it, but it is, especially the ones where I put lots of cuts in there and try to add some humor to it and stuff, where I'm, pulling clips from other videos and things like that. Damn, there's a big ass mosquito in my office. Look at the size of that dude. Holy cow. Lock the children up. Oh, he's a big one. Yes, Tuesday. So today's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. Is this Tuesday? It is Tuesday, isn't it? Oh, you're right. It is Tuesday. Sorry. Well, easy to get lost when you don't have to worry about it. I think what threw me off was everything shut down here. Got him. Nope. That's what you get for coming up that close to me, big ass mosquito. Sorry, I startled my dog. Yeah, I think it's because Monday was, it is Tuesday. So, yeah, I've pretty much been up all day. I took a little cat nap this afternoon. Where are you at, Maddie? You say you're going to blow. Is it so? If it's 10:15 Central, if it's not dark yet where you're at, it's 8:15. You must be West Coast or Mountain Time. Yeah, stormy holiday confusion. You're right. Surrender Monkey, you said you're in South Africa. Is that right? Maddie's in Phoenix. Oh yeah, so you're on the West Coast time. Yeah, you got your share of dirt bags out there in Arizona that do that frauditing crap. Oh, Lancashire, England. So anytime I meet someone from England, one of the things I always ask them, because I know that almost everybody has a little interest in it, some more so than others, and I'm not as familiar with it as some people I know. So what soccer team are you? I know the Premier League's big over there. Do you have a soccer team that you support? Rovers is the joke. Yeah, that is. I just hear the young crew that has taken over, that are taking over some of my business interests, are really into that, and I hear them talk about the Premier League all the time. Yeah, I've heard of Burnley before. Okay, all right, boys and girls, we can probably wind this down. That's enough. I certainly don't want to pay any attention to this idiot, Barry Cooper. I am going to watch a little bit more of it later on tonight, see if I can figure out what this guy's all about. I remember him from several years ago when he wrote his book. I always thought, what a flip flop that guy made. Oh, really? Yeah, Direct D's been kind of rubbing their noses in it too. I mean, he's been kind of putting it out there that. So you're in that's Maricopa County, right? Is that where what's his name, the sheriff? Um, or no, that's a different county, isn't it? Or is it Maricopa County? Who's your sheriff in Maricopa County? Linda, thank you for being here, of course. Appreciate you so much. Yeah. Sheriff Lamb. Yeah, no, I was thinking of the one that was a real hardcore Republican that went down on the border about 8 years ago and raised a whole bunch of hell and said he wasn't gonna yeah, I know who Sheriff Lamb is. What was that other one's? He was hardcore dude. Yeah, I can't think. Maybe it was. Because I think isn't Sheriff Lamb still? He's like Puma County or something like that, or isn't that the one where Frank Friday with Frank? I tell you what blows my mind about that soccer over there in Europe is what those guys, the kind of money they get paid to play. I saw where this kid, like, I think it said that Liverpool, they call it bought and sold. It's not signed with. You buy them and sell them. It's like a commodity. It's like millions of dollars for this like 19 or 20-year-old kid. Yeah, Fridays with Frank. That's Sheriff Lamb. No, what was that? God, dog it. He was real popular through the early 2000s. Sure. Oh man, I can see him wear glasses. He was. Yeah, Pinell County's Frank. That's right. Oh, yeah, yeah, that's him. Arpeo, Arpeo, isn't that how you say? Yeah, him. Yeah, he was kind of a no nonsense guy. I know he was an extreme, not extreme, but he was a conservative and got in a tiff with I guess the way he ran his jail by making something about making them go out and farm and harvest vegetables and stuff, all sorts of things, which is what they should be doing anyway. Yeah, and I did see that surrender monkey where the Russian. Yeah, I saw that, and then wasn't there like a blockade or something that took place when the invasion of Ukraine? Yeah, to be different. Yeah, that's what it was. Yep, he made them productive, which is what they should be. I know when I was younger, they used to joke about the license plates were made by the prisoners in the state I grew up in, and You know, they ought to be, and I know they work and stuff, but what's wrong with getting them out and doing that kind of stuff? Be productive. All right. I'm starting to get a little bit hungry. I didn't eat dinner tonight, so I'm going to go have a snack. I think I'll have a little bit of barbecue brisket and an oatmeal cookie. And I appreciate you guys, all of you. And Surrender Monkey, nice to have you. Brandy, thanks for being here. All of you regulars and all you newcomers. Don't be afraid to express yourself in the comments. I do pay attention to them. And I do like doing this for you guys. Linda H will tell you that there has been an occasion where we've stayed up till 2 or 3 in the morning, just maybe less than a half a dozen of us watching videos just because. So I can be easily influenced. But I do it for you guys, and I'm not doing it for me. I'm doing it. If you guys enjoy it, that's what I want to do. So suggestions are always something I'll keep in mind. About the season. Okay. Yeah. No, thanks, Randy. Enjoyed having you, man. yeah, you're right. Anyway, Linda's like, not tonight. No. All right, people. I appreciate you guys. We'll do another live this week later. Find some good content to go over. I think there's some stuff stirring up. We ought to have some interesting responses to some of this stuff happening. So, and like I always say on my videos, I'm proud of Ram. And till the next time, I'll be gone.